¿Podrías decir, por favor, cuántos días ha trabajado?
Es que las láminas las quemé, de esas que me dieron cuando trabajé.
¿Pero cuántos días en total, más o menos?
Más o menos.
¿De 45 años has podido trabajar un año?
7 años. 7, por ahí ya no más. Hasta hoy.
De 45 años, 7
A
años.
7. Voy a la playa, había subido la marea. Eso. Eso. Había subido la marea y encontré una paella. Y la encontré porque estaba la paellera agarrada metida entre las piedras de Chipiona, del faro. Y cuando entro en el restaurante me ve el cocinero con una paellera y adentro la vende paellera. ¡Asómate, mira dónde llega el agua! ¡Eso! ¡Hay que hacer ahora! ¡Con los 2 sacos de arroz! ¡Ay, llama para Sevilla! ¡Llama a Sevilla que traigo paella!
Okay, it's time to go balls deep, and today's Boruto episode was the most wholesome thing we can ever watch. I think this was an episode we can all kinda want it on the down low, and it's a guilty pleasure that we are afraid to admit. Yes, of course it can feel fillerish, but this is also the type of episodes that provides the development that is needed for all the characters. It shows a side of Naruto and Himawari, for example, that we wouldn't be able to see if everything was about fighting all the time. This is Naruto we are talking about. He's a man now, and it's the day most of us couldn't even imagine watching the anime 16 years ago. You know how some of the best Dragon Ball Z episodes are the ones where Goku is learning to drive or spending time with his son Gohan in the time chamber? Yeah, those are filler.
Oh man, Piccolo, where did you get those clothes?
Your wife.
I ain't got no motherfucker. That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. West Side, bad boy killers.
This episode is adapted from the novel and is canon, however. Naruto spending time with his daughter so we can get to know them a lot better and get attached to them a lot by pulling on our heartstrings is always going to be effective. I mean, I can't be the only one that felt super emotional at the end, right? We need to protect that precious smile at all costs. On top of that, I think all of us as a fan base really wanted to get to know Himawari and see Naruto be a father, since in the last arc, some people found it questionable on how Naruto is. So this episode will actually be more appreciated by us. I've always defended Naruto, and I think he has always been trying his best to take care of his kids the best he can, whilst at the same time, you know, dealing with all the Kage duties. I mean, he is the one that created this parent-child day for the whole village that we saw today, and he also reflects on how this wasn't even a concept that when he was a kid. It wasn't even something that they considered. This just shows his maturity and leadership skills to be able to conceptualize these ideas that will make the village better overall. So Naruto isn't dumb, he's actually a very considerate person for everyone. He's trying to fix the mistakes of the past. I mean, we can't deny Naruto not trying his best and being a good father. Remember in the Momoshiki arc how Boruto had flashbacks of his memories with Naruto playing with him, training and much more? The Momoshiki arc where Boruto was feeling neglected and he had a lot of different factors going on affecting the situation. You know, we can just say Boruto was going through a puberty phase, just like how Mitsuki was in the arc and he rebelled, and how Orochimaru explained it. I mean, come on now, this is only a natural thing in real life too. So a bigger question we all have is Is Himawari going to be a ninja? Because we have to remember that Himawari is actually 10 years old and she acts like she is 5. She also seems to be really short, by the way. Since Himawari is 10, she should be in the academy by now and training, but we have had no signs of this development in the manga or anime. Also, in previous episodes, it was revealed by Hinata and Himawari agreeing that the role of a ninja isn't everything anymore. Hinata said she is allowing her children to choose their own path in the current era. Since we know joining the ninja academy from the beginning happens at the earliest at around age 4 to 5 and the latest of age 8, Himawari being 10 years old, it seems as though she might not be interested at all. Now, I'm not saying Himawari will never be a ninja or train because that seems a bit weird. I want Himawari to be a ninja and relevant, of course. She unlocked a Byakugan at the age of 3 and has immense genetics. You know, that would be a huge waste of potential. In the future, if shit hits the fan, maybe Himawari will train with her grandfather and Hanabi in Gentle Fist and become a ninja that can defend others and protect herself. Also, everything is open to when it comes to Himawari, since Ikamoto and Okyokodachi admitted that they don't have any plans for Himawari's character and they don't know what direction to take with her. They have openly admitted that they need to think about what role she can play in the Boruto anime. Now, in the episode, we see Naruto trying his best to come home in time and he meets Boruto on the way back. Boruto whines like always, being a tsundere that he is, and he says he will be busy training. We find out later in the episode that Boruto was chatting shit and he could have joined Naruto anyways and he didn't go to train. But I guess the writers wanted Himawari and Naruto to have their moment together and I loved it. It was really effective and it worked, of course. But personally, to me, I don't understand how Boruto could still act like this with Naruto when he could have easily joined them and he already went through the character development in the Momoshiki arc. I do understand that the writers are trying to imply how protective and upset he is that Himawari had to sleep at the doorstep for Naruto, and it's just showing that trait of Boruto, right? But when you think about it deeply, like balls deep style, at 1451 we see the Easter egg of Sarada with Sasuke, right? Sasuke is spending his day with Sarada and having fun too. I mean, Sarada doesn't complain or acts in this manner with her father, and her problems with Sasuke are actually much worse. He is never around due to his job, right? Sarada actually tries to understand Sasuke for who he is, and Sakura is basically a baby mama. After the Shin Uchiha arc, Sarada had her development and matured, just like Boruto did with the Momoshiki arc, for example. But she knows Sasuke loves her and, you know, he has to complete his role of being the Shadow Kage to protect the world. So do you guys see my point? The juxtaposition of these two characters, and maybe this is why most of us may be liking Sarada more than Boruto right now. But maybe this will change in the future. You know, our opinion changes with more information coming out. Skipping ahead, we see Himawari wanting a Kurama toy. Now, one thing I noticed, and it seems quite evident throughout Boruto, but the younger generation don't seem to know much about the tailed beast and what happened in the past. Now, this goes back to my conspiracy theory joke I made last week where information is being withheld. However, I do think Himawari and Boruto do know, because Kurama resides within Naruto, their father, right? And when Naruto talks with Kurama in today's episode, Naruto says, "I was talking to the real Kurama." Himawari must have known what Naruto meant, otherwise why would he say that to his own daughter? So the next scene we see is with the older generation, and it's all too relatable, fam. You know, it made me feel old as hell. I mean, when Kiba admits he hasn't seen Himawari since she was a baby, which must have been 5 years ago, that just tells us everything. Kiba and Naruto haven't been as close as they used to be. Now, I don't think they ever were, but at least they hanged out. And that is so sad, because it happens in real life too. By the way, if you're wondering about Kiba's girlfriend and who she is, and you were kind of confused on what's going on, I have explained everything regarding it 1 year ago, explaining his whole love life situation. Go check out that video after this one. All of this was super relatable and cute, because we all know that feeling of not wanting to do anything after a long day's work at 9 to 5. But of course, we have to protect that smile. Also, Shino is weird.
What? What the fuck?
After this, we see Kiba lose the Kurama toy he got for Naruto since he didn't feed Akamaru. That basically proves Kiba peaked as a teenager. You know, my man cannot even fulfill his duties as an Inuzuka clansman. I mean, how careless can you get? Look at Akamaru's face, bruv. My man is dying out here. So Naruto tries to catch up to the thief and interacts with Kurama. Kurama gives him the life lesson that he always needed about never relying on him and telling him to be a good father, and it was great. Naruto then sees the poor man again, and he does what any great leader would do and helps him spend more time with his son by changing his duty, and he understands the situation, right? But then Himawari gets a lot of character development here. She gives away the toy to a poor child and shows that she is not materialistic at all, and it's all about the bigger picture. She's just like Naruto, so she is mature for her age and she understands the situation perfectly. She even tells Naruto to keep up all the good work as Kage and supports him through all the hardships he deals with, and appreciates every goddamn thing he has done for her. Naruto almost cries, and it hit me right in the feels, man. It was super effective. Overall, it was a decent, wholesome episode, and the slice of life was fine. It was, you know, it leaves you with a happy feeling, and a happy feeling is what we all need in this depressing life, you know what I mean? So you know, it leaves you with a happy feeling that we all need. It makes you feel good. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Follow us on Instagram or Twitter, and I'll see you guys next time.